Welcome back, and we are going to be continuing our story of Highlands, Deep Waters by Fernando B. Neves and Lucas Zaper, hosted, of course, by choiceofgames.com. And so, without further ado, we shall continue. In the small Scottish town of Invernock, an investigation of the supposed murder-suicide of Gordon and Joanne MacLeod has finally come full circle. Emma Stone, the missing and presumed dead American detective, has had her case picked up 10 years later by Amelia MacLeod, aka River Waters. Not as by the book as her predecessor, River has used her skills as a criminal, as well as an insightful solver of puzzles, to confirm that cultic foul play may be at the root of this case. So, of course, we have Gordon and Joanne MacLeod, the person who hired us, on the right there, Alexander Patterson, and our heroine, Amelia, aka River Waters.
No relation.
In no relation to the actual MacLeods. That was just a happy accident, or more... It was actually
Intended.
more... That was more intended. We just thought it would be funny. Having arrived in Invernock, a fruitless visit to the old MacLeod home leads across the street to see Jessica Sunderland, Joanne's best friend. Time has not been kind to the aging lady, no different than it has been kind for River's employer, Alexander Patterson. The case, or perhaps this town, seems to drain life as much as hide secrets. So here was my attempt at aging Joanne 10 years.
10 years. That took a lot out of her, man.
Yeah. I mean, that's the way they described it, is as if these two people were like sucked dry of life or something.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's like, that's what AI did to her. So, but. A trip to the Invernock... Yeah, exactly. A trip to the Invernock police station, Police Scotland, was far more promising, however. Posing as a lecturer at the local college, River explains to Officer Andy Brown that her work on ethics has led her into the local case of the murdered MacLeods. A few fibs and a winning smile later, and the private investigator shares her own findings and logic about how Gordon could not possibly have killed Joanne those many years ago. This on top of how someone clearly moved the body of Gordon after his alleged suicide. Perturbed, but promising to look into the case, Officer Brown leaves River with the hope that she has found a willing ally already. I'm maybe more optimistic than I should be on this one, but anyway, apparently this is what Officer Brown looks like. All I remember is he had a big bushy mustache, so that's what I threw in there, and he was portly. Leads followed. Every other option was exhausted, but one. Mayberry Walk. This was where the previous investigator went missing. Foolish to go alone or no, River begins her investigation with the home across the street, Mayberry Walk 4. A time... I don't know why I said time. A middle-aged woman answers the door along with her mouthy cat. Of course, I think all cats are mouthy, personally, so... A few dollars and wrestling through an impossibly thick Scottish accent eventually reveals that students from the college, as well as possible drug users, have used the home in recent years. Otherwise, the visit is short and curt. Her own investigation of the Lone Mans eventually leads River to find some evidence of college kids having been there. A curious equation, V equals 1.5, L equals 1.5 times 10 to the third M3, and a receipt from a campus store is mundane compared to strange occultic symbols, and what looks to be a ritual involving a skull and burned branches in a circle. It was finding a photo in a long-forgotten room, that of Joanne MacLeod and the missing Matthew Wallace, that truly struck home to River. Clearly they knew one another, and perhaps were even lovers long ago. How are they connected? Where did Matt disappear to after the murders of Joanne and her husband Gordon? Could Matthew have been the one who murdered the couple? Surely the plot thickens. Heading back to...
like a good soup.
That's right, like pea soup even. Heading back to her hotel, a mysterious black Octavia drives off after she approaches the vehicle. She isn't foolish enough to think that all is well in this town, but has no other leads than the local university, Blair Lemnoch College. A night's sleep an uneasy dream, and River can do no more than continue the search to uncover Invernock's mysteries as she heads to campus. This one I found was a weird photo of her, but still.
Her hair is a little different.
Yeah, it's a little different. And she looks a little bit like, what's her name? Charlize
reminding
Theron.
Me of someone.
Charlize Theron.
Yeah,
is what it looks like, the eyes and stuff. But now, the continuation.
All right. Yep, that's where I remember us being at questioning people at the college.
That's right. We've already questioned a few people, including the guy who sold some stuff. So they were kind of useless, weren't they? But that's the way it is. All right. So we are back in the main campus. We're next to what was it? A fountain or something like that. And we have a couple more people in the area. A young man in a leather jacket and a man in a tweed suit. To whom shall we speak?
I think we should approach the man in the tweed suit.
The tweed suit sounds good to me.
I think that's the one we were thinking about.
I think so too.
As soon as he sees you coming, he puts his phone on his ear and starts talking. Or pretending to. The man walks through the metallic doors, vanishing inside the building.
Oh, suspect.
So, we can approach the young man in the leather jacket, or approach the college's main entrance. Is it time to enter the college, or ask the last person that's standing in the area?
Let us see what the leather jacket brings us.
Sorry, it was redeemed.
Is good. You walk towards the young man wearing a leather jacket. He sits on the fountain's edge, smoking a cigarette, with a tense aspect about him. His oily hair seems to be lost a few decades in the past. He wears leather boots stained with red mud. Good day, mister. Can we have a word? Hey, you. Sit on the fountain's edge as well. Approach him and keep silent. Hey, you will answer some questions now. Right now.
What you thinking? I'm not sure that I like most of these. I'm thinking either sit on the fountain's edge as well, or I mean, maybe even, hey, you, but I don't think she'll be saying, good day, mister, can we have a word?
I agree. I think sitting on the fountain's edge might be good. It looks like I don't know.
A good start?
You could scare him off if you just jump into him there. So she's wise enough to watch, to adapt to the person that she's talking to, I think. So. Let's just be a little coy or gentle.
The boy glances at you furtively. You can perfectly say that he became a bit tenser as you sit on the white marble as well. He turns his face from you and keeps smoking. Nobody in the surroundings seems to have noticed your interaction with a young Scottish version of Elvis. And then we can say, I'm investigating a murder. My name's Amelia. Nice to meet you. Can you answer me some questions? My name's River. I need you to help me out with some questions I have.
They don't give us many options, do they?
No.
Sit down. I'm investigating a murder.
I mean, yeah, right. Oh my god, the first one is just like, what? So I'm thinking obviously one of the other two. Nice to meet you. Can you answer me some questions versus I need you to help me out with some questions I have.
Now, if I remember correctly, we were using Amelia recently. More than River.
We went to Mayberry.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. Well, even with we've been telling people our name's Amelia because we didn't want them to connect us to River,
Right.
the
Right.
criminal.
Right. Should we stick with that?
Yeah. Well, for this guy? You think maybe not for this guy?
I don't know if it matters, frankly. I think part of me wants to use Amelia because the way she says it is more
Nicer.
gentle. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay. Let's take a look. Questions? About what exactly? A murder? A series of crimes? About an ongoing investigation?
Honestly, none of them were good, but maybe ongoing investigations the best thing. Unless he's gonna be like freaking out if it's something other than a murder, because he's like, I know I don't do murder, but I do sell drugs or something like that.
That's kind of what I'm thinking, is like he's probably sketched out because he is a criminal, but not a murderer, and so
Possibly.
And so if we say a murder, then he's like, oh, well, then I have nothing. I'm fine with that because it's not me, type of thing. It's up to you.
I wish we could say an ongoing murder investigation, but her just saying a murder. Whatever, we can say that.
Let's take a look.
A murder. Let's just see what happens.
What? Oh. I don't think I clicked
And so
it
we
twice.
have a follow-up question.
Yeah, interesting.
Right? That's what this is. What do you have? What do you do here in Invernock? Anything peculiar you've seen lately? Do you know a Matthew Wallace? Show him the photo. Ring any bells? Show him the scrap of cloth. Okay.
Probably not his, but...
We can start with the first one. What do you do here?
My folks are from Portree. Came here to study at this college. They have these big deal studentships. I was accepted and I think that's it. I study computer science here. His shoulders are rock solid and his tension is almost tangible.
I kind of want to just go to the photo because he's older, so.
That's fair. Yeah, let's do it up.
Which is why we want to talk to that older guy earlier, but he walked away.
Right.
He studies the photo for 20 seconds or so, and then he finally answers, nah, can't say I do. No, can't say I do. Can ask about Matthew Wallace. The first two, anything peculiar, Matthew Wallace, I want to ask both of those. Yeah, the scrap of cloth, I don't really know that we're going to get anywhere with that.
Yeah, neither.
It's possible.
Maybe, but...
Why not ask it if we have time? But the first two are more...
He doesn't look like it would be something from him as the issue, like if he's wearing leather clothes and stuff.
That's what he wants you to think.
let's try the first one, just because if he knew Matthew Wallace, then he would have noticed him from the photo, is the way I'm thinking.
That's true. I forgot that. Yeah, that's Matthew in the picture. Okay.
Right. So.
Well, maybe he didn't know him when he was younger.
Maybe. Oh well.
Okay. He stops to think a little and then directs you a quick glance as if trying to make out what you would like to hear. I don't think so. Then he stares at the floor. After a thick drop of sweat falls from his shiny forehead onto the floor, he starts to speak nervously, rapidly. Well, there's this thing about a girl, Cassandra. Something happened to her at the Sweet Revenge. Some bloke put a shit inside her pint, and, well, people are talking about what happened and whatnot, but only rumors, I think. So is he saying that she got roofied?
Pretty much.
Yeah. That sucks.
Yep.
Do we want to hear more about it or about Cassandra? Like, is she okay? Or is she missing or something?
Yeah, maybe it looks like he wants to talk about it, so letting him talk about it might help.
Yeah.
At least gain a rapport.
Yeah, I could see that.
I don't know more, miss. Really, I'm not shitting you. The incipient panic in his dilated pupils hints at the truth of his words. Okay.
Okay.
So who's this
Ask
Cassandra?
up. Yeah. She's a girl from here. She studies marine science, I think. Yes, that's it. Marine science. Okay. Well, let's talk about something else, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not sure what this phrase means. All right, I'll see that.
It almost sounds like we're saying like, yeah, we'll look into it or something.
I guess.
Which I
don't think we would do because we're not getting paid.
No.
We're not.
Didn't.
Yeah, he didn't ask us for help. He just kind of
right. That's what I was about to say. He's not like he's asking us for help. Yeah.
More of a statement of why he's freaking out, pretty much.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about something else. We can ask him about Matthew Wallace, I guess.
Yeah. Why not? Can someone give us something here? Matthew, what? No, never heard of the name. Snap was quick, but he doesn't seem to be lying about it.
Show him the scrap of cloth. I mean, might as well.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Agreed.
Oh.
He knows something.
He surprises himself, staring at the scrap of cloth as if not believing in it. How did you... Well, this was an accident that happened. Where did you find it? At the Lone Mons. You know where I found it. Come on, kid, don't play stupid with me. I'm the one asking the questions here.
You know where I found it. That's kind of what I feel like she would say. Like, dude. If you know what...
That's actually not a bad point. She probably would say something like that. If anything, just to see if it would trip him up and he shares something that we don't already know by accident. You know, it's kind of a good manipulation tactic anyway. Let's try it, shall we? You know where I found it.
He weighs your words and straightens himself. Yes, I do. So what about it? Why were you there? So I told you I'm investigating a murder, just passing by, not of your business. Keep quiet. I mean, we did tell him we were investigating a murder.
Yeah,
so.
the first one makes sense.
Why would we just suddenly be like, oh, nothing?
Did I stutter? All right, as I told you, I'm investigating murder. Yes. Sorry about that. And he actually means it. But what do you want to know about it? Mayberry Walk. Why did you go there? Have you seen anyone inside? Who was it? Was it you who broke the window to escape? You seem tense. Why? Talk about something else.
I guess why did you go there is a good first question, probably.
Yeah, I think breaking the ice. We could probably still, yeah, I think that's good.
Yeah, surely you can tell we're not a cop, right? Like, just
right, yeah.
It's just a place where some guys I know hang out sometimes. He sighs out of tension. An abandoned house. What did you do there? A place to party, where people drink beer and smoke joints? Relax, I smoke weed too. Relax, man.
I actually think she might say that.
She might, yeah. Like, I could, because she's like, dude, I'm just trying to get the information I need. You're not in any trouble.
Freaking chill.
Unless you did it.
Let's do that one. I think it's unique to our character too. So
yeah, agreed.
Cool, he says, probably without actually meaning it.
What is wrong with this guy?
Right? He's like really like strung out. So, have you seen anyone inside? Was it you who broke the window to escape? You seem tense. Why? I feel like this might actually be a good time to ask that.
That's what I was thinking too. You seem tense.
I'm trying to be cool. Why aren't you cool, man? Be chill. Come on, man. Have another smoke, Dave. whatever your name is.
What is this guy's name?
He
Did we
didn't
even
say.
get it?
No, we didn't get it yet. I'm just playing. I'm thinking of a commercial that goes on here about smoking weed and drinking beer and driving. So it's like, come on, Dave, you can have it, buddy. You seem tense. Why?
Well, I have a test coming up soon, and you're asking some really weird questions about murder. I can't say that word very well with an accent. Have you seen anyone inside? Was it you who broke the window to escape? I mean, either both are good questions, I guess. Although nothing gives us a reason to believe.
Surely he saw something inside with that ritual
Yeah.
thing, and I think that's why he's freaking out. That's the only thing that makes sense to me.
He knows something, obviously.
Let's ask have you seen anybody? Apart from the people who went with me? No, I haven't.
We could just ask the question again.
That is weird.
It's weird.
Alright, we'll go to the second one.
Yeah.
Was it you who broke the window to escape?
He seemed shocked by your question, really shocked. How did you know it was me? Wild guess secrets of the trade. It doesn't matter. You seem to be the kind of guy who would do anything to get out of a tight spot. Your boots are muddy. I don't think that boots can get muddy, like, in a lot of different ways. Like, didn't have to just be at that house, but sure.
I know that they did say when we walked around the house that the I think it was like the place was muddy, but still, like you said, you can get muddy anywhere else.
Yeah. But sure, it's because your boots.
I think she would say something like secrets of the trade.
Sure, yeah.
Because this would be more of an Emma Stone thing. Your boots are muddy.
Yeah.
Giving it away. But yeah, secrets of the trade. Let's do that one. Yeah, it was me. I had to, though. I'm not a vandal, but it was the only way out. Didn't you try the door? What exactly happened there? Explain it from the start. Give me the short version of what happened.
I don't want the short version.
No.
I'd say explain it from the start.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, this is what happened. I went to the Lawn Manse, the abandoned house on Mayberry Walk with some people to just, hang out. It was late and there was no electricity in the place, but one of the guys had a massive torchlight. Someone had even brought candles and the group just kept there, doing stuff. There were about 10 of us, I think, and then some bloke whose name I don't remember started talking about how he found out this weird occult shit that his dead grandfather sings. Like he was some kind of cultist or something like that. He said that we should try to make one of the rituals he found in his grandfather's journal. People started lighting up candles, making drawings on the wall. I didn't believe it, and I thought that everyone still did too. That they were doing it just for the means. But at some point, the torchlight went off. What then? They weren't playing a prank on you, were they? Or stay quiet? Just what then, I feel like.
Yeah, that's fair. What then? I tried not to panic and use my lighter to see the surroundings. I thought it was just a prank, something like that. But everyone seemed to have vanished. I called for them and no one replied. I just saw some light from the candles and a sound from another room, and I went there, and there was this fucking skull on the ground. Yes, I swear, a fucking human skull. That's when I fucking lost it. I yelled, I turned around, ran right through the door. He sighed before proceeding with the rest of his story. But, of course, the door wouldn't budge. It wasn't opening at all. So I had an idea. I grabbed one of the old paintings that were hanging from the wall and threw it at the window. Then I jumped from it and started running.
I was saying, like that's
where the painting was.
Painting went. Yeah.
Then I jumped from it and started running. Later, I found out that it was indeed a prank. They were playing on me. Someone had told them that I wasn't the bravest person in the world.
Who would have guessed?
Keep going. Stay quiet. Interesting. Probably wouldn't say anything too crazy. Just keep going.
So, like, why is he still shaken up then?
Right? Yeah. Let's just keep going, eh?
Yeah. And that's it. He takes a deep breath, relieved for a moment, as if even the memory of the incident made him nervous. That's it? Just a prank? Where can I find this cultist grandson? That's a good question. I do want to look at his grandfather's stuff.
Yeah. It's a good lead. You that one then?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I want to say both things, honestly. Oh, we can. Cool.
Ray. I mean, his name is Raymond. He was the one who invited me to the place. We're in the same class, well, theoretically, but you're more likely to find him in the pub rather than here in the college. That's it, just a prank.
Yeah. So we can look for him in the pub later. Yeah.
Achievement, it was just a prank.
I hope they didn't record it, for fuck's sake. Or I hope they didn't. I bet.
The irony that the cloth was from this guy, it didn't feel like it was from him.
Right?
So, of all the people there. So.
That's what you get, Zil.
This is why you need to be thorough in an investigation, folks. It's sometimes not the person you presume.
Zil over here presuming stuff.
Presuming shit. We're done here? Or thanks, goodbye?
We're done here or thanks, goodbye.
It's up to you. All right, we're done.
I think, sure, why not?
We're done here. We're done here. It's like
the guy's just gonna be relieved that we're done and talk to him. So
yeah, we're done here. Anyway, you are a loser. Goodbye.
Gosh, you're really lame to talk to. We're done here.
You leave the. Go ahead.
You leave the frightened boy, and he keeps looking at you with suspicion in his eyes. We gotta kill him. Anyways, approach the college's
the squirrel's
son. The squirrel's son? You think
okay. The squirrel was a shapeshifter once upon a time, yeah. That's why it was so...
I mean, there's crazy stuff happening in this. I'm sure there could be some shapeshifters.
Why not? You know?
Let's go to college.
A were-squirrel.
A what?
Oh, instead of a werewolf, a were-squirrel.
A were-squirrel. Oh, okay, that's what you said. Gotcha.
You approach the Blair Lemnoch College's main entrance, an ornate stone archway enclosing huge metal doors. Its straightforward and definite features are hallmarks of the modernist aspect of the building. Massive windows loom above the ground floor, reflecting the dim sunlight peeking through the clouds. Sorry, I can't speak today for some reason.
I can't speak ever, so it's fine.
Sitting on a step leading to the doors, a black-haired man appears to be studying on a MacBook that lies on his lap. He wears a smart coat and jeans, and his face is meticulously shaven. His attentive eyes glance at you for a second before moving back to the screen. Talk to him or enter the building.
I mean, why not talk to him, I guess?
If he's attentive, then perhaps he's been attentive to Raymond or some other goings-on.
Anything else he's seen around here?
Yeah, what you looking at? But...
Maybe he knows exactly where we can find Raymond. I mean, the guy said we could find him in the pub, more likely than here at the college, but, you know.
Let's find out.
Hey there, Sonny, noticed any cultist activities in town? You are in front of the man with the laptop. Sir, excuse me, do you have some time? Or have time? Hey there, can you answer some questions I have? Hey, you! Just stand near him silent.
Hey, nerd!
Just stand near him silent.
Just like staring at him like a creeper, like, how you doing?
Talk to me. Talk to me.
Talk to me, baby. Anyway.
I would say the second one probably. Hey there, can you answer some questions for me?
Yeah, sounds good.
Hey there, Sunny boy. I got some questions for you. Get off your laptop.
That's right. His eyes quickly shift from the MacBook screen. Oh, hey. Yes, I think I can, perhaps. I have never seen you before, though. His accent hints to an Irish background. Oh, no. Okay, I don't know if I can do Irish. Name's Amelia. I'm investigating a murder case. I'm River. I need some questions answered. Could we help each other? Bribe him with more. We do have lots of money, so... actually, I'm the mother of a student here. I'm just learning about the town. Yeah, I don't think we're that old. We said that about being a lecturer too, and it's like usually a lecturer is within the range of 30 and 40 years old, so like at least.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm just a curious lassie, really. I'm just a curious lassie, really.
I feel like I want to bribe him, but I know at some point bribing people is going to turn someone off. But he's a student, so that means he's poor, right?
With a MacBook? Probably not.
Okay, well, he wants weed, and he wants to buy it with other money that's not traceable.
Sure.
I don't know. Do you think we'll be safe bribing him?
I think he looks like the smart type.
So you don't think
he's probably not going to take a bribe.
I can see that. Okay.
If he was going to take a bribe, it would be like, I'll pay you to do my paper for me. Maybe something like that. But
then maybe the first one, just straight to the point. What up, dude? I'm investigating a murder case.
Yeah, that might actually interest him. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, well, I could definitely see it piquing his interest as long as... The only bad thing, of course, is if we're just like too straight about it and he knows he's involved with some... I know. But whatever.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, that doesn't help us if we keep dropping our real name.
If we see him again, we kill him.
Yes, absolutely. I made this decision after editing the last video, and how quickly you were leaning towards that, even before like we got anywhere. Like you were like, you did this weird switch in violence, and I decided after watching how many times you had that bloodlust in your eyes that I'd say, yep, okay, next person she wants to kill, you just get it. So the voice of reason has left. Anyway, my name is Amelia, and I'm investigating a murder case. Oh, pleased to meet you. His face somewhat betrays him. I'm Lionel McCoy, a lecturer here, fluid mechanics. What can I help you with? Good thing we didn't say we were her mom.
Right.
Do you know a place named Mayberry Walk? Do you know a lad named Matthew Wallace? What can you tell me about this college? Do you recognize anyone in this photo? Thanks for your time. Photo might be a good idea.
Yeah. At some point, someone's going to recognize it. Just like someone recognized the clothing.
It's true. It's true.
So
try
yeah,
it out?
we can do it. Yeah. He studies the photo for a bit. No, I don't. Sorry. Do you want to ask him about Matthew Wallace just to get out of the way?
Yeah, let's do it. Matthew Wallace. He mulls over the name. Unless he's a student, I don't remember him. No, I don't know the guy. Do you want me to check if he's a student here at all? No, we could, I guess.
I don't think he would be because he's older.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
I mean, not that older people don't go to, college, but
Yeah.
I just don't think that that's what he was probably doing.
I concur. Let's say sure. Just for shits and giggles.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't hurt anything, right?
Yeah. maybe there's some record in his, I don't know, whatever he's looking into. Sure. All right. Anything else you want to know?
I mean, may as well ask him about Mayberry Walk.
Yeah. Get our information. Get it all. Get it all.
He thinks for a moment before answering you. Mayberry Walk. Is this a street or something here in Invernock, I suppose? Name's not familiar, but I don't really know much about it, really. How would he not know about it in this small town?
Well, it's outside of the city. It's outside of...
I know.
I'm just saying, you know, I don't know.
Um,
Could you tell me about, you know, Darlington Lane? If that's a place that actually exists near your house? I don't know. Like,
Darlington Lane?
I don't know. I just, it's the first thing that came out. You get the idea. I don't know all the streets near me. But I'm also Canadian, in most Canadian cities that I've been to anyway. That's not always the truth. Just my own personal experience. They're numbered more than, you know, it's like 5th Ave and 7th Street kind of thing, right? So names are weird. Other than Main Street, which is usually not the actual main street. Like, you'd think it'd be like 0 Street and 0 Avenue or something like that, but it's not. It's like, for me, it was like 2nd Street was Main Street for some reason. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Adding a tally.
What can you tell me about the college? There's not much to talk about this place. What do you want to know specifically? When was it founded? Who's in charge?
Do you
of the
know
college?
anything? Sorry.
Let's just do them all down the list. Surely,
Yeah, that's fine.
Give us the whole.
Are there any cultists in the board?
Do you sacrifice children below this basement? Are there glowing fish?
Yeah, do you raise glowing fish here?
When was it founded?
Hey, that one girl was a marine science major.
I noticed that too. Yeah, I did notice that. She just happens to be a marine biologist guy or girl or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it was founded in 2010, and the first courses were opened in 2011. It's been quite a success so far, as I'm allowed to say so.
If I'm allowed to
All
say
right.
so. Well, who's in charge?
All right.
Who's in
What do you
charge?
mean you're allowed to say so?
The rector, you mean? That's Rector Brian Gyllenhaal. He's Swedish.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal, yeah, I guess so. It's his faja. He's Swedish, a nice man to have a chat with. Do you know about something unusual or peculiar about the college?
Tell us.
Let's go with the courses first, and we'll end with that one because
Yeah,
that might put
that's
him
fine.
off his lunch.
Understandable. His eyes spark for a moment, and you notice a Latin enthusiasm inflating his mood. This college is a brilliant initiative, if you ask me. You have the local needs, the resources, and the fields that require research in Scotland. All these things are here. We currently teach 6 undergrad courses here and 1 postgrad. You have marine science, which also has a master's program, marine engineering, engineering systems, nautical science, computer science, and computing. Myself, I teach at all courses except for the computer ones. So there's a lot of marine stuff going on.
Yeah, interesting. Tapping into the ocean power, are we?
Just engineering, a little bit of computer science, and fish. Just kidding, not just fish.
Fish. Marine biology seems to be missing, surprisingly.
That's what they call it marine science a lot of the time.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, or like they'll separate the two, like biology versus marine science. But yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. At least I know that's how it was my college.
I mean, biology is a science, so I suppose that's not a big stretch. So,
right. Marine isn't the name of a science, so marine science.
Right. Do you know, yes, anything peculiar? Peculiar.
He seems to have been amused by your question. Wait, did you read this? Okay.
Nope.
Okay. Usual or peculiar? No, I don't think so. He answers, genuinely smiling. Can't say I've seen or heard anything weird lately.
Okay.
This guy sucks.
Thanks for your time.
He's too boring to kill, if I'm being honest.
Right? Maybe that's the trick. He's too boring to be looked at like a cultist.
Right. But they're just one of... They blend in. They're just one of us, just like serial killers, right?
That's right. You know, the best of them, you know? Wolves in sheep's clothing, as they say. That's what the Bible says. No problem. Have a good day, miss. How do you say his name? Lionel? Leonel? Leonel? Leonard? Lionel. I don't know. McCoy. Mr. McCoy.
Mr. McCoy.
Lionel.
Oh my god.
It's just, I'm sorry. Lionel McCoy then turns back to his MacBook screen. You enter the Blair Lemnoch College. Past the entrance metal doors, you find yourself inside a modernized hall furnished with some couches, a massive coffee machine, and magazine stand. To the right, there are many computers placed by the wall. To the left, there is a giant banner with the college propaganda. Blair Lemnoch College, where the Highlands meet the tides. Decipher the ocean. Apply for Bachelor of Science and Master of Science Marine Science. There is a glass wall which separates this entrance from a lobby leading to a lift and doors labeled Grad Suite 1 to 4. There's a man in a blue uniform sitting by the passage in the glass wall. This is probably where he would check the students' IDs. Sitting on a couch, a blonde woman reads a textbook, possibly not acknowledging your presence. You find yourself at the entrance of the Blair Lemnoch College. What you gonna do? Walk through the passage to the lobby?
What you gonna do?
They come for you. It's good. Talk to the woman, check the magazine stand, or walk back to the courtyard.
I feel like I want to go to the magazine stand and get some coffee.
That sounds lovely. And then we can
get that energy even though I don't drink coffee.
Let's do it. I like it. Going to the magazine stand.
Lots of magazines, newspapers, and even some comic books. Ooh. Nothing of immediate entrance. You find yourself at the entrance of Blair Lemnoch College.
Lame.
Dang.
I want coffee.
Short.
Okay. Do we want to talk to the woman who may or may not be trying to avoid us or actually study?
I mean, if we just want to talk to every single person, then I guess, yeah.
I don't care personally.
I kind of just want to go to the classrooms.
Let's do it. You walk towards the passage, but as soon as the guard realizes your intention, he blocks the way. Good day, sir. Are you a student there at all? Yes, I forgot my ID. I'm not, but that's not a problem, right? Attempt to bribe him with $50. Man, everybody takes 50s, apparently. I was just visiting the college. Sorry to bother you. Go back.
I feel like I want to try the third one first.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like, that's normal, right?
Yeah, that's perfectly reasonable. I'm just visiting.
And then if he says no, maybe we can try to bribe him again.
And then we know he's a cultist if he doesn't take the bribe.
That's right.
I mean, a cultist could be shady enough to take the bribe anyway. So,
yeah.
But yeah, I think the third one's good. No problem. Yeah, you're good.
You should try to apply for a visitor's pass next time, so I can let you in. It says pointing outside. You find yourself at the entrance. Okay, we can't go inside, so let's just talk to the woman.
Fine.
Dang.
You walk towards the woman until she raises her hand, adjusts her square glasses, and directs at you a brief, contained smile. She is in her late 30s. She closes the textbook on her lap. It reads Aquaculture for Engineers. Excuse me, can I ask you a few questions? I'm investigating a murder and I need your help. Wow, that's Hey, could you answer some questions I have? What you reading? That's how I would say it. What you reading?
Sounds like Isabella from Phineas and Ferb, if you ever saw that show.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's been a while.
What you do? I know it's been a long time, but that's what it made me think of.
Yeah.
I mean, the first one's fine. Being polite, like, hi.
Yeah.
I need you to answer some questions, but I'm going to be polite about it because I want you to answer them.
That's right.
That's
right. Hi, I'm going to overtly manipulate you by making my voice nice and calming and just ask you politely some stuff. She appears to analyze you from feet to top. Well, of course. What's your name again, darling? I'm Amelia MacLeod, P.I. Name's Amelia. Nice to meet you, lady. You can call me Amelia. You can call me River.
I'm Amelia MacLeod, but you can call me anytime.
Yes.
That's what came to my mind.
Just getting that Riz going right away.
I have a feeling that may not help us in this situation.
Perhaps.
But you can maybe I don't know if I wanted to say we're a PI.
I think the second one seems reasonable, where it's like nice to meet you and you're being kind still, and
yeah,
and saying nice to meet you, lady, is sort of like prompting her almost like to give her name as well.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps. Try it out.
Yeah. Okay. She closes her textbook to give you her full attention. Nice to meet you too. I'm Teresa Dunbar. Why is it? That name is not.
We've heard that before, haven't we?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Teresa. I don't know if we heard the last name specifically.
I thought we had heard the last name, not the first.
Oh God.
Okay.
Well.
What can you tell me about this college? Do you know about Mayberry Walk? Oh wait, Teresa didn't one of the people talk about it, Teresa? Maybe you're right. Anyway. Do you ever heard someone called Emma? Do you know a man named Matthew Wallace? Show photo. We could just show them the photo. See what she says. She's in her 30s, so she would have been 20 when she... Like around 20 or teenage, so try it out.
She takes a look at the photo and a stark surprise strikes her face. My lord, that's Joanne Patterson. She eyes you with fear, remorse, and sadness. Jesus Christ. And beside her, that's Matthew Wallace. She returns the photo to you. Didn't even know they knew each other. Where did you find this? The Mayberry Walk 4. Lying on a hillside, found it by chance. Sorry, can't tell.
Saying the truth might not be a bad idea.
I don't know, I kind of want to say sorry, can't tell.
Really? Okay.
I mean, well, unless she knows something about Mayberry Walk, and then...
That's kind of what I was thinking, is she might just...
Yeah, I guess it could be useful, yeah.
Let's try it out. Mayberry Walk 4. Oh, yes. Matthew used to live at Mayberry Walk back when we were teenagers. He lived there with his folks. She looks at you, troubled by her own thoughts. Where can I find Matthew? Does anyone else know him around here? What was Matthew's job? Did he have any trouble in his life? How was Joanne back in her time? Did you know Alexander, her brother?
All of the above.
They're all good questions, yeah. Prioritizing, let's say, does anyone else know him around here? Or
yeah.
Where can I find him, maybe? If she probably doesn't know that one, but...
I'd say just... I'd ask the second one, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Stops and thinks, supporting her chin on her hands. There was a wee lad Matthew used to be friends with back in the 1990s. He was named Kevin Glenmore, that's it. Saw him around sometimes, but I think I think he works at that place students used to go, the Sweet Revenge. Maybe you could find him there.
Mm.
That's where that girl got drugged.
Where can I find Matthew? Oh, yeah, these
Yeah.
are just...
I want to know what his job is too, but yeah, these are all the same questions.
Oh, let's do that one then. What was Matthew's job? I don't know. I think his family had some money saved or something like that, but I actually don't remember. You have to understand, this was ages ago, and I've never been close to him. Alright. Did he have any trouble in his life, maybe?
Yeah. Like I said, all these questions are good questions.
Yeah, they're all worth
pretty much. Some maybe like the one about Alexander, like not as important or something.
Yeah.
But why not? Anyways. I remember something about his mum, but that was over 20 years ago? Could just have been the complaints of a child. Things like, my parents don't let me stay up after 10. I honestly can't remember.
Well, let's see where we can find Matt, nevertheless. I don't have the slightest clue. I came back from Liverpool 6 years ago, and I haven't seen him since. Don't know if he still lives here or what else.
Mm.
You just want to go down
I
the
guess,
list? Or?
yeah, at this point. We asked the really important questions.
Yeah.
The most important one now being this one that we're asking about Joanne.
Yep.
Is it my turn or your turn?
It is your turn.
Okay. A lovely girl. We were good friends during our early teens, but life took us in opposite directions and we weren't able to keep contact. You know, like as usual. I heard she had come back to Invernock with her new husband, but I had already left to Liverpool. Then she died, and I came for her funeral. A tragic thing, tragic. Teresa takes off her glasses and cleans her watery eyes. I'm sorry. That was 10 years ago, and I never met her as an adult woman, only as the wee girl with a broad smile on her face. I should have gotten over it by now.
That's the guilt leaking out of her eyes. She's one of the cultists! Did you know Alexander, her brother? Vaguely. I think he went away from town after she died. His parents were gone too, I heard. Too many memories, perhaps. I don't know. I hope he is well. I'll look for this Kevin Glenmore, thanks. Thank you for your time. Right, I'll be going. Talk about something else. Was there something else to talk about?
I don't remember there being almost anything else. No. We went through most of the questions, except for Alexander. Oh, no, wait, never mind. That was this question. So, that's all of them.
Yeah, I think that's it. So just thank you for your time.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's good. You find yourself at the entrance of Blair Lemnoch College. Right. Walk back to the courtyard or leave? I mean...
Yeah, time to go to the courtyard.
Back to the courtyard.
Time to go to the college or courtyard.
Oh, we did that already.
Oh. Is that where we were?
Yeah, that's where we walked in. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we're freaking done.
I guess we're done. We're going to the...
I mean, we have other places to go now.
Yeah, true.
You return to your room, bringing with you all the information you've gathered at the Blair Lemnoch College. It isn't a surprise that almost nobody seems to know about this Matthew Wallace. He's been missing for 10 years, and the only useful person there was Teresa Dunbar. She mentioned this Kevin Glenmore, his possible connections with Matthew. She also told you about her teenage years in Invernock. That's far from enough, but it's at least a lead to follow. Enter your room.
It is a lead at that.
Sweet Revenge and Kevin Glenmore.
You are back in your room. Smoke a joint and think about the case so far. Sure. I like it. Let's do it. I'm not even going for the second one. We're just gonna we're gonna blaze and chill and figure it out from there.
Chill and deduce.
We'll let the smoke induced thoughts branch off and lead us somewhere to something brilliant, a brilliant conclusion. You roll it and you smoke it. So, you've talked to Teresa Dunbar, right? She's a PhD. She works there at Blair Lemnoch College. She told you about Matthew. She was the only person you talked to who really knew him. You laugh out of nothing. Matthew Wallace. What's a hilarious name? He's like a ghost or something, right? This ghost of Matthew Wallace is what the case should be named. Yeah. Anyway, Teresa Dunbar, said you should look for this guy called Kevin Glenmore. He was very close to Matthew. He could know what happened to him. Overall, this is pretty weird. Your only lead to a case overlooked by the police 10 years ago is someone who's been missing for 10 years. But that's it. You won't find anything about Emma here. You wonder what kind of investigator she was. You wonder what happened to her after she stepped into Mayberry Walk 4.
She got whacked with a hammer.
Pretty much. She got whacked.
That's all we know.
There's also that thing about... you have a hard time not laughing about it. That kid who looked like Elvis, he took quite the scare at the Lone Malls. Gee, that was great. Anyway, he also said that one of the people who were with him there told him about finding something occult thing, some cult thing from his grandfather. Perhaps he was like... Maybe he was like some kind of a cultist, right? Sadly, kid Elvis, he didn't know where this Raymond kid could be found. And that girl, Cassandra, rumor is that something bad happened to her in the pub, the Sweet Revenge. Should probably look into this too. Perhaps the owners know something about it. Fuck. How do they expect you to keep track of all these names?
Same, girl.
Those things might not be connected, but it's always worth checking them out. Whew, good shit.
Oh, that's so funny.
And
we're
scene.
in good working condition. Let's go. Good job.
That was my attempt at being high as shit, which I've only been like 3 times in my life. And most of the time, I was just... The one time that was really bad, I actually thought I was time traveling. It was so bad. And
oh my gosh.
We were watching, so my buddy was in his room, and I just go and visit him. And I sit down on his bed. He's watching MASH, of all things. And I kept on thinking I was time traveling because I would watch it, and like I started off with a commercial, and we would watch for 10 minutes, and there'd be another commercial. But I didn't remember anything about the actual show. I just remembered that it went from commercial to commercial. And I was like, dude, I'm time traveling. How long have I been sitting here? I don't know, like 20 minutes. Dude, I'm from the past. So stupid.
Technically, we are all from the past.
Right? So, yeah. Anyway, good times. I don't smoke anywhere, just for the record. It didn't work out for me. Visit Rhiannon's Rock, go to the Sweet Revenge pub, wander around town. Oh, this is what okay, so this is working on the case, apparently.
I guess so.
Or call somebody. I don't feel like we need to call anybody.
Want to go ahead to the pub?
I agree. Let's just get on with it.
That's the most natural next thing.
I agree. If you had a pound... Oh, good, yeah.
If you had a pound for every hipster inside the Sweet Revenge, you would be able to hire Bill Gates as your housemaid. Pay someone to clean up your criminal record. And buy a car you could actually be proud of. Why would we do that? We just steal it.
Exactly.
Pay someone to write better metaphors for you. First one, I feel like makes the most sense.
You like it? Okay.
Yeah.
This one? But Bill Gates?
Bill Gates.
Bill
Gates.
This pub is illuminated by purple and yellow lights, and all the tables glow blue from beneath. You have all the kind of students here, and for a moment it's hard to realize that you're still in Invernock. Too much for modernization. A girl in a black dress and white makeup sings beside two men, one playing a keyboard, the other a launch pad. I don't know what that is. Trade our places, take no chances, bind me till my lips are silent. Whoever is not paying attention to her soft voice is either chatting or kissing, or both. The best part is, nobody is paying attention to you, as the cover band is distracting most of the people here, teenagers mainly. At the counter, a girl with a green ponytail is serving drinks to customers. A black-haired guy with vintage glasses helps her. Look for Kevin Glenmore.
You walk around the pub, trying to blend in as best as you can. Kevin Glenmore isn't anywhere around the bar. He's not in the main hall as well, nor in the dance floor. The girl sings about feeling capable of seeing the end of a relationship, of the world. Can I help you? Do you want something to drink? A young woman in a black tee asks you, smiling. She holds 3 glasses in one hand. I'm fine, thanks. Pint of tenants, vodka and a lime. Approach her and whisper, "Where's Kevin Glenmore?" Or, "Oh, I think I just want you." No thank you, or ignore her.
The way you laughed at that.
I didn't expect it.
My reaction, because I read it before you, I was kind of reading along, and I was like, meanwhile, she's like,
I saw you.
oh, shit, that's funny. What do you
I
think?
feel like we should have a drink because we're in a bar.
Yeah.
That's how I feel every time.
I don't think she would be a beer person.
I don't think so either.
Vodka and lime, I guess?
Mm-hmm.
Why not? Give me some vodka. Something fiery. The woman acknowledges and then quickly gets a glass of vodka with lime at the counter. There you go, that's £5. The music then, in a single drop, goes thunderous and vibrant. Everybody goes nuts. And the electro drop rhythm that still goes on, and she is feeling capable of seeing the end. She sings the chorus again. Oh, okay. That's such a weird line. I just like...
Yeah.
Look for someone to hit on. Talk to the green-haired girl over the counter. Keep looking for Kevin Glenmore. Look for anyone suspicious. Search the bathrooms.
We should go talk to the green-haired girl and ask her if she knows anything.
Sure, why not? Let's do it up.
I mean, I figured someone working at the bar is definitely gonna know or recognize him or something. I don't know.
Yeah, no reason not to. Try it out. We don't have any leads yet.
You approach the counter and wait for the green-haired lady to serve 2 pints of tenants to a couple. They look quite disoriented here, and their clothes make them stand out in the crowd. The boy is wearing simple blue shirt and jeans, and the girl is wearing a sweatshirt with a checked skirt. Pretty casual and mostly different from the whole crowd. Piercings, jackets, flashy makeup, shirts with ironic statements. How do you feel about this place?
How would she feel about this place?
I mean, I feel like maybe she would like the anonymity of it, you know what I mean?
Maybe.
But I also feel like she'd just be like, whatever, at the same time.
I feel like our character is like mid to late 20s.
Mm-hmm.
And these are like 18
that's right, there's
to
a bunch
19
of teenagers here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of eh.
So for her, it's like she's like from the maybe millennial generation, maybe just before that or within that.
Mm-hmm.
Would she be all up on the...
No, not because remembering that there's a bunch of teenagers here, and I don't think she'd be like, I really like it, or it's my kind of place. But I feel like she'd be like, yeah, I feel like maybe that one.
Yeah, I can't say I like it, but yeah, whatever. Like, people do whatever they want to do, basically. But it's just not her. She wouldn't be like, wouldn't be less like her crowd necessarily.
No,
but
I mean, I don't see her partying in a club.
But she's also
really.
the type of person who's like a chameleon, or like, you know, needs to get in there. So it's not like she's not used to it, and you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right, let's try to. Yeah, I can't say I like it, but whatever.
The girl over the counter then directs her slender face at you. She has a pointy nose and deep green eyes which awkwardly match the artificial color of her hair. Your past dealing with shady businesses often comes in hand. You notice her mouth has a hint of white powder. Her pupils are like the Big Ben. She's probably on cocaine. Hello? What can I do for you? Oh. Her accent is almost unskippable. London. Whoops. I know you got white. Where can I get some?
That's right, that's right.
I have a name, Amelia. Do you? I'd like a drink, or I have some questions. Skipping into I have some questions just always feels like it's going to be too abrupt and we're not going to get answers.
True. We already have a drink, so I'm not sure if that works.
Yeah. I guess we just introduce ourselves first, maybe?
I have a name, Amelia. Do you?
Do you? Almost sounds kind of mean, girl.
Yeah, a little bit.
But like I said, I think it's better than doing cocaine or.
I have questions. Green-haired person, answer me now. Okay. I have a name, Amelia. Do you? How is it possible that we've chosen?
Oh wait.
We have guessed 3 names completely. Like, there was a major list that we had too. Whoever wrote this, like, we are on the same like name wavelength here.
Name's Amelia. What's yours?
Amelia. Amelia Munn. I don't know. What's a London accent? Give me a
British
London
accent. I don't know, bruh.
Top of the morning to you. No, it's Irish.
A little more posh.
I need
a British accent.
I need posh, exactly. I'm not good with
Amelia Mund. She says, not smiling. The question still stands. What can I do for you? Other than giving my name, of course, which is the only thing you can get for free in this place. Something like that. I don't know.
That's okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
I know you have drugs.
Let's just go with questions, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know if we want to jump there. We want to keep
I don't think we want to get high on cocaine right now.
Right, exactly. We want to go on the down low first. She looks at you defiantly, waiting for the issues. These issues. Okay. I'm new here. What can you tell me about tell me on the town? Sweet Revenge is quite a name for a place, huh? Do you know someone named Matthew Wallace? Have you ever heard of an investigator called Emma? Do you know a student named Raymond? What happened to Cassandra here? About Kevin Glenmore. Do we want to just jump to the chase? Or
Kevin is one of the reasons we're here.
Raymond was the guy that we were looking for who has a cultist grandfather.
Yeah.
And Cassandra was the one that was assaulted, or at least roofied.
I mean, the last 3 I think are good, except for I'd ask about Cassandra last, because I feel like she might be like not wanting to talk about it, you know?
Right. Yeah, it might be a little touchy of a subject.
So maybe start with Raymond.
Raymond, yeah, that sounds like a good choice. I don't know how to say. Okay, I need a good English. I need to think of a good English. Usually, the way I do accents is I find a line or a person that I.
Yeah, single lines really help you get into it. Yeah.
Get into it that are very common.
I might have
country.
heard the name here before, but I can't remember the face. Sorry.
That's better. I might have heard the name here before, but I can't remember the face. Sorry. I'm new here. Oh yeah, okay. Do we want to talk about Kevin first?
I guess so. I mean, she said she's new as well, so, yeah, I suppose so.
Let's see what happens anyway. I'm a friend of Kevin. Is he around? I'm investigating a murder, and I need to talk to Kevin Glenmore. You know where he is. Nice place you got here. Would be a shame if someone started a bloody mess because he couldn't find Kevin. This is your heart choice there. We need to talk about Kevin.
Would be a shame if you had to clean up a bloody mess. I would just say I'm a friend to see around.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Her green eyes look at you with suspicion, and her mouth, covered by dark purple lipstick, contorts itself in a smirk. Oh, I've never seen you before. How do you know him? She asks in a rather imperative tone. Oh, come on, I just know Kevin. I'm his ex. We were friends in school, came to here, decided to pay him a visit. Investigating a murder, he's a person of interest, and you talk to him. It's a private thing, I'm sorry. I mean, we know he's in school, so I think maybe, or do we?
Yeah, because
right? The third one maybe would be good.
Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. Yeah.
What does she think we're gonna do? Threaten him with a knife?
Maybe it's his girlfriend. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe he's the one smoking the Joe.
That's what I was gonna be scared of if we were like,
hitting some
I'm
cocaine
his ex.
with. Snorting buddies. Who knows?
Snorting buddies.
She turns from you for a moment and starts grabbing some glasses from the shelves behind her, perhaps pretending to be doing something at all. Oh, I'm sorry, but Kevin's not here. I really need to find him. I'm working on a case about a murder. I need to talk to him, bribe her with $100. Perhaps this money would help. Consider threatening her. Do we do $100 bribe?
Or do we just threaten her with her life? I know what I want to do.
$100 goes a long way.
Yeah, but
still,
I save money.
I'm fine with this one actually. She's being a little bit of a twit, so if you want to, I'm fine with it.
I really want to threaten someone.
Yeah, we're doing it. We do have a gun, so you have to say what.
Well, you don't have to escalate it to gun, but I mean,
we're still up even over our profits from the case itself. We stole like $200 from the register from that place we broke into.
Found 100 on the ground.
Let's threaten her. I think this actually makes sense. We're considering threatening her. Just consider.
Yeah, I'm highly considering.
You've had
enough of this. Perhaps it's time to get serious. I'm having a really bad week. Just tell me where Kevin is. Don't force me to put some red in that green of yours. Where's Kevin? Listen, you fucking hipster. I need to talk to Kevin now. Try a different approach.
I like the let me put some red into that green hair of yours.
I like it too.
That sounds so good. We have to do that one.
Go make it Christmas time up in here. Tell me where Kevin is.
That's right. I'm gonna make this shit Christmas real quick. I like it. That's so good.
Let's go.
Fuck, Kevin. He told me I wouldn't get into any trouble anymore. All right. He's meeting someone at Mayberry Walk now. You might catch him if you hurry.
He's meeting at Mayberry Walk.
A splash of beer hits the floor next to you. The music fills the young people with like ecstasy. Gross. If you warn him, I'll come back for you. Don't worry, no harm will come to your friend. I'm sorry I had to do this, but it's for a good reason. Mayberry fucking Walk again. Oh dear.
I kind of want to say the first one.
Yeah,
because I don't want to suddenly change our
one or four is the way I'm looking at it. 1 or 4.
I mean, yeah, Mayberry Walk. Ugh.
I like 1. I think 1's fine.
Okay.
I like the. Let's just do the follow through here.
If you warn him, I'm gonna come back for you.
That's right. The chap behind the counter approaches you after finishing with some customers. He seems to have noticed something weird about your interaction with Amelia, and eyes you suspiciously from behind his vintage glasses. Is everything all right here, Em? He asks. She's clearly having a hard time hiding her jitters. Cocaine must not be helping either. Just leaving? Let her answer. Just leave the pub.
Friggin' just leave, bro.
Yeah,
This guy.
I think it's fine. Just leave the pub.
Yeah. You step out of the Sweet Revenge into the cold streets of Invernock. You don't have to walk long before you're reaching your Vohel Corsa. There's no doubt you have to meet Kevin Glenmore right now before he disappears. To Mayberry Walk!
To Mayberry Walk! Can't possibly go wrong. Mayberry Walk once again draws you towards its interior, as if mental tendrils were manipulating the engines inside your head. Creepy houses, urban isolation, a peculiar neighborhood, a site made for addicts and troublemakers. It's everything here, checked and rechecked. Emma Stone disappeared after visiting this place. Matthew Wallace lived here at number 4, and also went missing. You just want to prevent Kevin Glenmore from disappearing too.
That's not, I don't really care about that.
That's not
but we
really
need to
what
question
it is.
him.
Yeah.
Before we question him, he can't disappear.
He is meeting with somebody, so the question is, whom is he meeting as well? So, let's find out.
You park your Vohel Corsa at the entrance of the lane. The black sky is densely clouded, but it's not raining. Yet, you visualize Mayberry Walk for the lone month, as if the crumbling building could be staring back at you. Throughout the sparsely lit neighborhood, in which only faint lights shine timidly from some windows, you can't have a solid clue of where Kevin Glenmore could be. In the distance, down the hill, Invernock embraces the Shanlock. When you start preparing yourself to walk around, you hear a distinct noise of an engine being turned on. It comes from the other end of the street. It's a vehicle. Keep looking at it. Pretend to be checking your mobile phone. Hide yourself. I say we hide. Hide!
You want to hide? Okay.
Yeah, jump behind the car.
Sounds good, sounds good. Vehicular mobile. Dive! Dive, duck, dip, dodge, and dive. Soon you see a pair of bluish headlights cutting through the darkness as a car is driven towards you in the bumpy earthy road. A battered white Golf is outlined in the blackness. You get a glimpse of the driver's face, a blonde man with dreadlocks. You hide on a dark corner between a couple of old houses, and the driver passes through without noticing you. He seems to be in a hurry. Get his plate number, just let him go. Of course we get his plate number.
Yeah.
Sketchy McSketcherson here? We need to get his plates.
Uh-huh.
You have mere seconds before he gets out of sight. Take a picture without flash, take a picture with flash, write the numbers quickly on the phone.
Write the numbers down.
Yeah. Why would you even risk a phone? It takes a while to get your phone set up.
Right?
Just look at the
say
look at the
it in
thing,
your head and then
roll it
write
over,
it
go
down.
click, 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 click. Yeah. Write the numbers quickly on the phone. Of course. You big
Girl
dummy.
sucks at this. Just kidding. Surprisingly, you managed to write down the license plate fast enough. You might check on it later. Continue looking for Kevin.
And how? You dart towards the end of Mayberry Walk. It is a viewpoint with a unique perspective overseeing Invernock. There is a valuable perspective to you right now, though. It's the perspective of finally grasping some solid answers. Kevin Glenmore stands in front of you, at the opposite side of the viewpoint. He has one of his hands in his pockets. He looks at you frightfully. Behind him, the long silhouette of a sleeping town. He is beside his vehicle, a black Mini Cooper. You sense he's going to run away. Keep quiet, looking at him, dash towards him. Don't you fucking move! I'm just here to talk, Kevin. Wait, this is about Matthew Wallace. Or draw your gun. It's getting tense. What are we doing? This is where it could get good or really bad.
Don't you move! That's what I feel like.
You want to say that?
Yeah.
All right. Final answer?
I don't know. I I don't know if we should play it chill or I don't know.
Here's the question. Here's the worst case scenario. He bolts and we have to run after him.
You think that's the worst case scenario?
Well, I'm being kind anyway. Worst case scenario, he pulls out a gun and starts shooting. We shoot him and pew, pew.
Maybe. Then, maybe we should just be like, I'm just here to talk. I don't know.
We could do what we did before.
I'm afraid he's gonna get into his car though, with the dice. I did think about that. I think one's not really a good option, but or two, but we can roll the dice.
What do we got? 2, 4, 6. All right. What color of a D6 you want? A green or a black?
I was gonna say green.
Green. All right.
So it works out that you have one.
Here, go ahead. Blow. All right. Keep quiet looking at him. Number 1.
That's so stupid, but okay, whatever.
He might not run.
Maybe.
I guess we'll find out.
Kevin Glenmore, obviously in frank despair, opens the door to his car and jumps inside. He starts the engines, and the headlights of the Mini Cooper blind you for a moment. There is no way of leaving Mayberry Walk, but the one you came in from, though. He has to pass by you and the place you parked your car to escape. Your gun! Draw the gun! Shoot the car out! Shoot him! Get him!
I'm fine with it.
Get him!
Get him!
Get
Fuck
him!
him! Draw your gun! You take out your Colt 1911. That doesn't seem to make things immediately better, as now Kevin has one more reason to run you over. The Mini Cooper starts maneuvering. Shoot the tires. Run to your car. Shoot the tires. Shoot the tires.
You aim at the tires with your Colt 1911 and shoot. It's an unusual action to shoot a bullet without the intent of taking a life. You need Kevin alive, and so you shoot at his Mini Cooper's tires. From what you heard on some of the many uneducated debates one can attend while roaming the streets at night, there's all kinds of shit that can happen when you shoot a tire, but most of the vehicle won't be able to keep going, you hope. You shoot, your aim sharp as ever, and immediately see bits of black rubber exploding as they meet the bullets of your Colt 1911. There's this ugly and loud sound as Kevin Gilmore loses control of his car and crashes into a nearby wall. Luckily, he wasn't going very fast, and part of the wall had already fallen, like many of the other things on the street. You realize there isn't anyone witnessing this scene. It's like you and Kevin were alone on Mayberry Walk, perhaps. You come closer. Kevin is trying desperately to take off his seatbelt and get out of the car. He has a faint line of blood streaming from his forehead. And finally, some people start showing up behind windows. Lights being lit, footsteps being heard. Someone has already called Police Scotland, most likely. You better get out of Mayberry Walk as soon as possible.
Take Kevin to your hotel room. Take Kevin somewhere along Fort William Road.
Huh.
Hmm. Kevin... I don't know. Up to you.
I don't really want to bring him back to the hotel room, but taking him somewhere along Fort William Road is just kind of vague, and also I'm worried about the police finding us.
Yeah. It kind of feels like this guy's running from somebody. He's probably not running from us.
Yeah.
Intentionally. He just... Yeah. Because he does know William, right?
Yeah. Maybe we just take him back to the hotel.
Yeah, let's see what happens. You grab a confused and fearful Kevin Glenmore, then lead him to inside your car. He has heard and seen your gun, so he does not react. You both leave Mayberry Walk and take Fort William Road towards the town center. Kevin breathes heavily and keeps himself quiet. He moans from time to time, perhaps out of the wounds. Calm down, I'll just ask you some questions. If I wanted to hurt you, I wouldn't take you to the hotel. So you knew Matthew Wallace, right? Are you hurt? Stay quiet.
I mean, I feel like we should reassure him that we're not trying to hurt him, but we did, kind of, already. So it seems funny to say.
I don't mind the first one. The second one is kind of like... It could be in her character, but... I don't think she would just ask if he was hurt or stay quiet.
No, she'd probably do the first one, possibly. It'd be like, calm down, I'm just gonna ask you some questions.
Relax, kid.
I got some mead. Want it? Relax.
Yeah.
Kevin nods, looking through the window, staring at the vast darkness outside. He motions to say something, but then decides not to. Soon you reach your destination. You park your Valhalla Corsa at the front of Angus Hotel and open the door. Let's go. Don't do anything stupid. You wanted to say something? Come on, we don't have more time to waste. Kind of feel like the last one. I like,
Yeah, that's fine. This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have time to waste.
The manager, Jonathan, greets you with his usual polite smile. Seems like he likes to stay up late. Then he looks at your companion, his smile flickers into a puzzled curiosity. Kevin, what are you doing here? They knew each other, of course.
Darn.
He's an old friend, that's none of your business. Let Kevin answer.
I feel like it'd be weird to not let him answer, but
yeah,
I don't know what he's gonna say. I mean, he's kind of cooperating right now, though.
Yeah, I mean, he's cooperating. He knows we have a gun, and even though we've said we're not going to kill him, still. You want to let him answer, or?
Yeah, guess so.
Let's see. It would be more, like you said, it would raise more suspicion if we were the one to answer for him, especially since he's bleeding.
Uh-huh.
Don't worry, I haven't come for you, he says. There's something in his voice, a tone that implies events far beyond what is happening right now. There must be some history between these two. Jonathan approaches you two and notices the bruise on Kevin's forehead. Are you... God, Kevin, are you all right? He asks. I'm fine. Kevin is keeping his composure now. Perhaps he is actually calming himself down, or perhaps he does not want to appear weak to Jonathan. Excuse us, the two of you can catch up later. Come on, Kevin.
I feel like the middle one is when she would say, you two can catch up later.
Yeah.
It also is us almost kind of saying, I'm not about to kill him.
That's right. You two can catch up later.
You and Kevin proceed to your room where you hope to get some answers. Up to some weed? Let's go. I mean, I could see us offering some weed to him because he's pretty shaken up right now.
Yep. I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Sharing is caring, you know? Hey, I gave you a bruise. Take some of this. It'll help.
So shot out your tire.
Yeah.
Wrecked your car.
At first, he thinks you're joking, but as he sees it's not the case, he decides to accept, shrugging. You share a joint, the words flying between the two of you. They become almost as tangible as the smokescreen. My name is Amelia, I'm an investigator. My name is River, I'm an investigator. About Invernock, about Matthew Wallace. That's enough. What do we want out of this guy?
I don't know if I want to introduce myself to him. I don't know.
Yeah.
About Matthew Wallace.
Yeah, let's just go straight for the throat.
You don't care who we are, you don't need to know.
That's right.
I already shot your tires and everything, and I got you here, so now you know I want something.
That's right. Let's do it. About Matthew Wallace. Where is Matthew Wallace? When did you last see Matthew Wallace? How did you know Matthew Wallace? Recognize the girl? Shown the photo of Joanne and Matthew. Can you just give me the short version? Like, if she wasn't an actual, like, hired investigator, I can see her saying that, but because she actually wants to, like, wants to get the job done. Want to start with the photo?
Sure.
See what happens.
Is this her talking or him? This is, yeah.
Yep.
This is Joanne, right? Joanne Patterson. MacLeod after the marriage with the MacLeod guy. She was a childhood friend of Matthew. He used to talk about her a lot. Hell, if I wasn't sure he was into me, I could even get jealous sometimes. He really cared for her. Went to visit her at her uni of Dundee when she went to study there. It's probably where this picture was taken. Anyway, I just think they connected somehow, you know? For reasons no one can fathom. She might have been the only person besides me who knew who he truly was. Alrighty, so they were dating.
Yeah, I guess. Interesting.
I think Matthew might have killed her and her husband. Don't you think it's weird Matthew's went missing around the same time Joanne died?
Yeah, it might not
I'd say
be...
the second one.
Yeah, it might not be so, yeah. Oh, the guy that you were seeing?
We don't necessarily think
Yeah.
Matthew killed them. That's not necessarily where we're at yet.
Yeah, a little odd. Don't I think it's weird? It is weird. What I think is the weirdest thing in the world. It's the weirdest thing in the world. That's what I think. The problem was that nobody cared about Matthew. The police and even the media were too busy with all the drama around the husband who suddenly decided to kill his wife and then killed himself. That was the narrative that sold newspapers and time on TV. The one about the perfect couple with hidden secret bullshit. And nobody cared about the weird homosexual who disappeared. There were bodies at MacLeod's house. Matthew just vanished. Perhaps no one noticed it at the time. Why wasn't Matthew a suspect in the murder case? Can you help me try to locate Matthew somehow? What do you think?
Well, we can't say perhaps nobody noticed at the time. I mean, he was reported missing.
Yeah. Leaning towards the second one myself, but...
Sure. Because I feel like then he'll tell us more about Matthew.
Exactly.
Like, he would never because blah, blah, blah. He did this.
Yeah, exactly. His emotions will flare up and he'll go into defense mode and be Matthew's apologist, which may give us more.
Probably because they solved it quickly enough. They had evidence it was her late husband who committed the deed, and they only found about Matthew being missing a while later. There were bodies at the MacLeod's house. Matthew just vanished. Or once again, same options. Can you help me try to locate Matthew somehow?
Yeah. Kevin sighs. It has been 10 years. I don't have any hope of finding him, and I don't even know what I would do if I saw him again, if he's even alive. Kevin appears to be struggling to get a hold of himself. He eventually lets out... Know what? Listen.
Listening. Oh, God. I went to this Matthew's house at... Oh, wait. Me? I went to this Matthew's house at Mayberry Walk many times since he disappeared. And no one ever answered. I started to ask around, ask his neighbors, but the people there, well, they're strange folks, and not in a good way. I once heard someone say that the crazy folks of Invernock were sent there back in the day, and I thought it was just some kind of local story, but, well, it kind of fits. You don't see kids playing around there on Mayberry Walk. It was Mad Doug who chose the location for the deal. Now that I think about it, sounds like some shitty poetry. Anyway, no one ever answered me properly. They gave me dodgy answers or simply didn't know him at all. Which is strange since he lived there, Mayberry Walk number 4, his entire life. I had enough of that and went to the police. An officer named Callum Douglas said he would look into the case. Kevin places his hand on his forehead as if suddenly suffering from a headache. After a few seconds of thought, he continues his story. Years later, Matthew's still missing, and all I've got was excuses. eventually I decided to do some investigation on my own. I knew a guy who worked at the local post office. It was with him that I got the weirdest bit of information. Matthew received checks from the government. That I knew. He never told me why. He didn't like to talk about that for some reason. But I knew this was his source of income. If you ask me, it has to do with his parents somehow. So the big deal here is, since Matthew went missing, someone changed the address. Checks should be forwarded to from Mayberry Walk 4 to Downing Street 10. Kevin then looks at you in the eye. The house of a man named Ewan Black.
Interesting.
Was Matthew living with Ewan? Would Matthew change his name? This makes no sense at all.
Yeah, it could have changed his name, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's try it. Well, that went through my mind too. Oh, sorry, I gotta sneeze. Sorry about that. That went through my mind too. That and many other things. Around that time, the time when the address was changed, I was already getting a bit paranoid, but I had to see things through. I had to find Matthew. Then I went to this guy, Ewan himself, and opened the door. And I was like, I'm looking for Matthew Wallace. You can see a build-up of anger on Kevin's face. And can you believe what that fucker said? I was hoping, I don't know, perhaps that he was just living with that Ewan guy. That would explain some things, wouldn't it? But no, this Ewan fucker just looked me straight in the eyes and said, Yes, I'm him. What do you want?
How strange.
Interesting.
He definitely would have obviously recognized if it was Matthew, so...
Right.
And he would have recognized Kevin. So why is this guy who has a different name calling himself Matthew Wallace?
Yeah. I guess he wasn't Matthew. Was it a cosmetic surgery? Did Matthew change his face? Was he pretending to be Matthew? For what purpose? Go on. Stay quiet.
I mean, I was thinking, was he pretending to be Matthew? For what purpose? But we could also just tell him to go on.
Yeah, I'm fine with that, Roar. Yeah, let's just do go on. See what his conclusions were.
Yeah. Okay. I went like, no, you're not Matthew. I know him. And then the guy just called me crazy and shut the door. I went to the police. Same shitty police officer, Callum Douglas, was there as if waiting for me. Said he would look into it again. Made me file a report or something of the sort. In the end, I still don't know what happened to Matthew. No one does. I think this Ewan Black is just someone who found out that Matthew was missing and decided to fraud his identity to receive his money. I don't know. This all seems really weird. This Ewan Black could have killed Matthew. I should talk to this Officer Callum Douglas.
Mm-hmm.
All of them possible.
Yeah.
I mean, the second one is just kind of jumping to a conclusion. But,
right.
We do need to talk to the officer again.
True. I'm fine with that.
Okay. I should talk to this Officer Callum Douglas.
Look, I haven't told most of this to anyone other than Amelia, and she really thinks there's something wrong with this town. Yeah, exactly. Also, when I met William, my contact from Glasgow, he told me he did some work for an Invernock guy. I guess, another William, I guess?
No, it's the same William. Probably, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
I wonder.
He told me, oh yeah, maybe. He told me that he did some work for an Invernock guy who was all about conspiracy theories, paranoid, mental. He said the town did that to him. William himself said that the town was accursed. In his own words, Invernocks either full of demons or full of crazy people. And you know what? I think he was right regardless. His associate was Alexander Patterson, brother of Joanne MacLeod. Not sure I believe your story. Just tell me where this Ewan Black is. Tell me something.
Well, he told us where he was at for the most part.
Yeah.
I don't think he would know anything beyond that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind connecting the dots for him with the first one.
Like the first one? Yeah. That's what
See
I
what
was thinking.
I'm just curious what he says more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's try it out.
Kevin looks surprised. Well, I don't think I would have never connected the dots. William had actually named the guy once. It seems I'm not the only one haunted by the events from 10 years ago. Not forget his sister died. Or was killed.
I think his story seems pretty believable.
Yeah.
Do we want to just... I mean, we probably already know where that is, like you said, so...
Yeah, we can see if there's something else to talk about.
Yeah. Talk about something else.
About Invernock. We can say about Invernock.
Yeah, let's see. See what he knows.
By the way, let me introduce myself real quick in the middle of this conversation.
By the way, I'm Amelia, or River, or... Never mind.
Don't worry about who I am. His hands are shaking nervously, and he clearly doesn't know what to expect of this conversation. Oh, what were you doing at Mayberry Walk?
That's actually a really good question. Yeah. Heard about something. Yeah.
I guess we forgot about that a little bit.
Yeah. I was meeting a friend. A man wearing dreads inside a white Golf. Yes, that was him. Yes. He confirms, avoiding your gaze. That's it?
Alrighty.
Okay.
Well, that means we just gotta look up that plate later.
Yeah. Anything else, maybe? Might as well try, eh?
Yeah. Well, I think the only other option was telling him who we were.
Right. Or leaving, or saying it was enough. He looks back at you with a nervous grimace on his face. You mean, apart from this whole being thing between us? He answers in a shaky irony. Talk about something else. Okay.
I thought we were stuck in a loop for a second. What the heck?
Oh, that's not
That's
enough?
all we have.
It won't let me select it.
No?
Let's just... Maybe we'll have to go back. Let's go... Just say... oh.
When did you last see...
Sure.
The second and third one, I think, are more
Yeah, I
important.
guess. Yeah.
That's about a decade ago. He was really weird then, not his usual self. I mean, Matthew has always had his troubles, his particular oddity. But back then, he was literally sprouting nonsense. We had not seen each other for a few months when he came to meet me. It was the end of January 2006. A shower of cold, forgotten feelings rained down on Kevin's face. It was raining that night, but I could see he had been crying. He wouldn't tell me exactly what happened, and said he didn't want to put me in trouble. We drank for a bit. I tried to make him relax, or at least tell me what was going on. I thought it could be just some kind of bad trip. Things like that happened before. But the next morning he was gone. I never saw him again. What kind of nonsense was he spouting off? I guess would be the next
Yeah, I guess.
reasonable thing to go to.
Yeah, just get some more information. Yeah.
Cultists.
Yeah. It was different from when we drank or smoked pot. He was having trouble forming words, and he was clearly terrified of something, like really, really terrified. He fell asleep muttering something about a child from some prophecy. He mumbled he had been through sublimation, and seen the truth. That's all I recall. Sounds like religious bullshit if you ask me, or perhaps a cult. And a bizarre cult wouldn't surprise me, considering it's Invernock we're talking about.
Yeah,
interesting. Right. Sublimation wasn't that the name of the chapter we're technically still in? Have we gone to chapter 2 yet?
Don't talk about it. Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
You want to ask about that then?
Yeah. Yeah, we
Celebration.
should, for sure. Now I'm really curious.
What is it?
I don't know exactly. This term is mentioned both in psychology and thermodynamics, but I don't think Matthew was referring to any of those. He wasn't the most literate kind of guy. Never gave much thought for studies. All right. I guess ask how he knows him is the next thing I'm curious about.
How did you know Matthew Wallace? Yeah. Excuse me. Small town like Invernock, different folks are forced to stick together. And Matthew and I knew from the very early start that we were different. He pauses for a few seconds before proceeding with his narrative. A neighbor girl introduced Matthew to me. Her name was Teresa, if I'm not mistaken.
How many Teresas are there?
I think it was the same one.
He said if not mistaken, but he mentioned her earlier.
Oh, yeah, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, maybe.
Anyways.
The three of us became friends and played a lot during childhood. If you played with somebody, you know their name, in my opinion. Like, you couldn't possibly forget their name. But anyway, I have a bad memory. And I wouldn't forget what kid I played with, probably. Maybe, anyway. Time passed, and when we reached the dark ages of puberty, Matthew and I decided we would rather play with each other. A smile briefly comes to his lips as he looks back at days past. We had an on and off relationship for many years, in secret, of course. Our parents wouldn't welcome us being together. The entire fucking town wouldn't. We kept it mostly hidden from everyone. And Matthew, this got tiresome after a while. You not being able to be yourself. I was sick of it. But Matthew wanted to fit in somewhere. He distanced himself from me, started going to meetings with some group that he wouldn't tell me about. Sometimes I think he became religious. Maybe he wanted to pray the gay away or something ridiculous like that. I didn't see him again until that night he came to my house, and this was the last time. Where is Matthew Wallace? Can you give me the short version?
You already told me everything the long way, the long version. Can you give me the short version?
Can you just give me the summation? Just like put the.
I feel like we still need to go through them to.
Yeah, I think so too. So where is he then?
That's the big bloody deal. Where Matthew Wallace went. 10 years now since I last saw him, and you're the first person besides me that cares enough to ask it. I don't know where he is. I don't know where he's been. My guess? He's dead and someone killed him. But the only evidence I have on that is the absence of any evidence pointing otherwise. If that makes sense at all. It does.
Interesting.
I guess he said just giving me the short version.
Well, let's just try to talk about something else.
Okay.
See. I think because we hadn't gone through that part yet, so.
Okay. Still can't click that's enough. We want to introduce ourselves finally?
Sure. Do we want to go with Amelia or River?
I think it's fine to say Amelia to him.
Yeah. Mine's Kevin, but you already knew that. He scratches the side of his face and then points to the pocket of your jacket. May I have a smoke?
I thought they were already smoking.
That's what I thought too. I'll get that for you. Sure. Yeah, I'll try. Don't try anything funny. Only after I get some answers. Sure. You want to just give it to me?
Yeah.
I'll get that for you.
We already offered it, so yeah.
You reach the pocket of his jacket and find a packet of cigarettes in the lighter. As soon as he starts smoking it, there's a clear expression of relief in his face. Okay, so I'm just going to do Invernock and just see what we missed here.
Okay.
No.
Nothing. All right. I guess we need to ask him the short version, even though we already got the long version.
I guess so.
He keeps smoking, tense as ever. Fine. Over 10 years ago, me and Matthew Wallace were a couple. We have been since our early teens, but had an on and off relationship for the most part. You don't say!
Shocker.
A small town like this one, a person could get into trouble just for being himself, and Matthew was terrified of that. That was one of the things that made us break up. Honestly, stay quiet or go on, because we've already heard this stuff. I don't need a summary about your whole relationship. Or one of the things? I mean, I imagine one of the things was also, like he said, him being secretive, going to the cult meetings, or not that he said specifically cult meetings.
I think go on is probably fine.
Okay.
Let him give.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the only reason. Okay, so
there we
he
go.
had started to go to these strange meetings, which he wouldn't tell me about. And over time we got distant from each other. Then months later, at the beginning of 2006, he appeared in front of my house in the middle of the night during the rain, muttering incoherent words, like a real madman. I thought he was just having a bad trip or something like that, so I let him inside and tried to make him relax. He fell asleep talking about a child and something about sublimation. When I woke up, he was gone, and I never saw him again. A child? That might be okay.
Yeah.
He shrugs. Certainly not his. Sublimation we already asked.
We already know he doesn't know what that is. There's gotta be more.
There's gotta be more to that than that.
There isn't a cathartic conclusion to this tale. Matthew vanished forever and never came back 10 years. Kevin takes a deep breath and looks at you with watery eyes. I went after him, of course. How couldn't I? But I never found him. All I knew was that a man called Ewan Black, who lived on Downing Street, number 10, was cashing in some checks on his name. I confronted the guy. He pretended to be Matthew for a moment, but then he realized that I knew Matthew. He just closed his door in my face. Told the police about this, of course, but I bet they never did anything about it, he says, sobbing.
I'll go check this out, maybe?
Yeah. I mean,
that's probably what it was, so we needed like an actual choice to do. I don't think you'll find anything after all these years, but if you do, if you ever find out about what happened to Matthew, or where he is, please tell Amelia. She'll know how to contact me. I could use some closure to this story. He covers his face with his hands, probably trying to hide his tears. You got what you came for, it seems. A lead, even vaguer than before. Yay! No one said it was going to be easy. All this trouble for nothing. Now I know why Emma went missing. She was sick of this town, this case.
That's not the case.
No. She could be saying it sarcastically. Now I know why Emma went missing. She was sick of this shit.
Yeah. I'd say maybe the second one.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. No one said it was going to be easy. If I were to break this myself for our character, it would be like, remind me to ask Alexander for another grand for putting up with this shit.
Right? Yeah.
Because this is some bullshit. But yeah, no, the second one sounds good.
You go away. A name and address in your mind. Ewan Black, Downing Street 10.
Downing Street 10. Shall we go and visit him?
Yeah.
All right. It is a dry and somber night by the time you reach Downing Street 10. It is the last residence in this place. A simple house, without anything that should raise suspicion. No unkempt lawn, no warning signs, no troubling neighborhood. Compared with Mayberry Walk, Downing Street would be a good example of a perfect suburban neighborhood. Except for two facts. One, this is not a suburban neighborhood. The nearest thing that could be called an urban settlement of sorts is lots of miles away. Invernock is the capital of nowhere. And two, this is not a simple house. At least, not for you. Walk towards the house.
Alrighty. You are facing Dawning Street 10. Single story, no lights coming from inside. The front of the house, cream-colored, has a wooden door and a shuttered window. There are no movements in your surroundings, and all the neighbors seem to be minding their own secretive business. You and Black may be inside. Matthew Wallace may be inside. This means the resolution of all this case may be lurking in the house. There might be people watching you. You glance around. No one. How do you want to approach the situation? Total war! I'll make myself heard. I want to move as silently as possible. Let's just see how this goes. I think
Arnold fucking Schwarzenegger, let's go! Ah, Rambo!
I think I'd say I'm gonna be sneaky.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just playing. I was just trying to leave some room open for your bloodlust, that's all. I will move as silently as possible.
Yeah, look, I'm being smart, toning the bloodlust down for this, okay?
You have the serial killer bloodlust, not the wanton war of destruction bloodlust. You crouch yourself by the facade and start to stalk the residence. Approach the front door, walk around the house, check the neighborhood, look around the garden, check for security systems.
I feel like the last one.
Yeah, first. I'm definitely thinking that's a good idea.
A good option.
Yeah, we're doing that.
You try to detect any possible security system the house might be equipped with. There are no cameras, no alarms, no flashing red lights. From the outside, at least, it seems to be a quite straightforward breaking in. So if we're planning on breaking in, do we go to the front door because it's unexpected, or do we go through the back door so we don't get caught, possibly?
It's up to you.
Anybody in chat what do you think? Should we try to break in through the front or the back door of the house, if there's a back door? We don't even know if there's a back door of the house yet. We could just go back there and there's like nothing. Well, there's maybe windows, Windows are an option too, possibly. Anybody got any suggestions? I also forget, when I ask questions like this, that some people, if you're watching on phone, it's gonna be hella delayed.
It's all good. No, it's fine. I don't mind waiting. Are
we interested in checking the neighborhood or looking around the garden?
Like, to me, we've looked around briefly to see if anybody's watching us.
Yeah, so, I feel like we need a get in, get out kind of thing.
Yeah. So it's either like be super cautious and, check out the whole neighborhood to see what's going on. But by doing so, we might actually be out in the open and drawing attention to ourselves. So yeah, I'm fine with anything.
Okay, maybe walk around the house.
Okay.
You contour the house, paying particular attention to its walls and windows. All the windows are shuttered, and none seem to have been forced or anything of the sort. Every part of the house appears to be intact. There's nothing remarkable outside. No garden decoration, not even a back door. Ah! It is as bland as a house could possibly be. This lack of peculiarities makes you more anxious. What if you got the clues wrong? What if this is some trap? You have taken care not to make any sound, and you were successful. As you stalked the house, you didn't hear any unusual sound coming from inside. No sound at all. Alright, time to break in.
Okay. Sounds good.
To the front door.
To the front door. You are facing the front door. It is made of wood. A peephole on it. Knock at the door, enter, kick the door open, try the door handle, pick the lock, place your ear onto the door.
I feel like we should listen first.
Yeah, that sounds good. Place your ear on the door.
You carefully place your ear on the cold wooden door. There are no noises to be heard except for your breathing, and this situation does not sound good. It is too silent. You're facing the front doors made of wood with people in it. I wonder if the dude's dead. Do we want to try the door handle first?
Yeah, let's do that first.
Yeah.
Let's try it.
It might just be unlocked.
You grab the round door handle and give it a try. The door is locked. You are facing the front door. It is made of wood and people. Try and pick it.
The lock. Yeah.
Yay, thieving! I like it.
Time to yes. Go ahead.
You take out your lock-picking tools and kneel in front of the door. This is not the easiest of locks to pick, but you have been beaten tougher ones. Silently and dexterously, you open the door to Dawning Street 10. You're facing the front door. It is made of wood, a people on it. Enter.
Kick the door open.
Shazam! Yeah.
We pick the lock. Pick the lock. We get it unlocked just to knock.
Yeah. It's like, well, what the heck?
Good plan. Great plan.
I am so going to play this game again and make like this 6'3" major Scottish guy that's just going to tear through the town and it'd be hilarious.
That sounds like so much fun. Yeah, just play it recklessly.
Just to see how far we get.
Yeah.
Come at me, Hammerman, I dare you.
I mean, that's definitely what I do a lot of times when I replay games. If they have something like this where I can make a decision or whatever, just like be really reckless.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, let's enter.
All right, let's try it out.
There's a faint click as the front door opens. You enter and find yourself inside a living room. The lights are turned off and it is pitch dark inside. Street lights cast a faint yellowish hue on the living room floor, but you can't see much. Turn on your torch. Don't grab the torch. I can see the pros and cons.
I don't like the torch idea, personally.
That's fine. I'm fine with that.
Unless this guy's got some, night vision goggles on or something like that, he's going to be just as much at a disadvantage. Right. And as soon as we turn on the torch...
Well, unless there's a trap or something.
I suppose. Yeah, I mean, it's possible. It's up to you. I'll let you choose. I'm just...
We can keep it off. It's fine. I'm just saying.
We ought to be able to turn it on later, is my hope. So.
Maybe.
Let's try it out. It's hard to see anything. A cold breeze ghostly wanders its way inside through the open door. Do you want to close the door? Leave it open? Leave it ajar? Close it?
I feel like I don't think we want to close it all the way because I'm kind of worried about not being able to get out.
Yeah, let's leave it ajar.
Yeah.
I don't think we leave it wide open. That's weird.
No.
But
it's going to draw attention.
That's right. Give it a shot.
You leave the door ajar. On the living room floor, there's a single line of light emanating from the outside. You inspect the interior of the living room more carefully. There's a single couch in front of a TV and a table at a corner with some newspapers and magazines spread over it. The only window to your right is closed by metal shutters. There are two doors, one in front of you and another one to your left. They seem physically identical. Beside the first door, lying straight ahead, there is a framed painting of a ginger woman. Inspect the couch, check the newspapers and magazines, check the window, examine a framed painting on the wall, check the radiator, a lot of things. Walk to the door to the left of the entrance, or walk across the living room. Go down the row, I guess. Or do we...
Let's check the other rooms for people first.
I was just thinking about that. We're looking for a person, so we kind of need to...
We're going to be making lots of noise if we start looking through magazines and checking couches and stuff, so we can look at that after if we have to.
Yeah.
Left first?
Sure.
All right. You step into a tight, disorganized kitchen. The sink is crammed with leftovers and dishes. The single window is also closed by metal shutters, and there is a single door across the room. There's a simple dining table with two wooden chairs. A bin is placed on the table. It smells of cooked beans, and it is considerably colder here than in the living room. There's also a fridge and a microwave, and nothing else to be noted. Sink, fridge, microwave, dining table, bin, window, door across the kitchen. Or back to living room?
I'd say we'll walk the door across the kitchen first.
Yeah. Just took a look. Oh.
It's a heavy locked door. Not only do you not have the keys, but you also have no idea where to find them. Well, at least you might be able to lockpick it.
Try it out?
Yeah. Why not?
Let's do it. You are getting better at this. It does not take long to open it, but perhaps you made some noise.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
You find yourself inside a storage of sorts. It's a rectangular room with another shuttered window. Whoever the hell lives here really puts their privacy on the top priorities. There's a jacket hung on the wall hook and a wardrobe is positioned at the end of the room. There's a table with some items placed on it. Underneath the table, 2 boxes. There is a considerable amount of rubbish lying on the floor, mostly dirty clothes, beer cans, and delivery packets. There is a bin probably filled with much of this stuff as well. Finally, at the end of the room, there's a tripod with a camera pointed at a dirty mattress on the floor. Ha.
I don't like that.
Mm-mm.
I don't like that at all. Window, jacket, wardrobe. Items on the table. Boxes under the table. Bin, delivery packets, dirty mattress. Inspect the camera.
I feel like we're still looking for the dude, so we look elsewhere now.
Yeah, let's go back to the kitchen and we'll go back to the living room.
Yeah.
Check the door across the living room, yeah.
Mm-hmm. As you're about to reach the door, you realize this must be the room of whoever actually lives here. Be it you and Black or Matthew Wallace, or both of them, or else. There is a faint light flickering beneath the door. It seems to be unlocked. Should the person inside be sleeping or just aware of your presence yet, you could perhaps open it without being noticed. There's no telling what will happen once you open the door, though. You should be sure that you've seen all there is to see before doing so. Huh.
Hmm.
Well, we don't want to make more noise than we already did.
Yeah. What do you think?
Grab your gun and open the door.
I'm leaning towards that too, personally.
We got a weapon this time, bruh.
But I suppose, this is where the metagaming ends up coming in. Like, clearly, if we go in here and there's somebody here, it's probably going to be like pretty final, whatever happens, and we don't know what happened if we don't like check into the stuff. I'm fine with that, but like that's probably what's going to happen in my mind.
Well, I get that. Yeah. I mean, that's what I expect too.
Okay, so fine to grab the gun then.
Yeah.
My imagination fills in all the blanks of what's happened so far. I suspect that door is locked and has a camera on a mattress for nary a good reason. So
right.
So I don't really. Not that I don't care, but I don't want to listen to it.
If we look into the bins or something, we might find like a receipt. But I was like, what are the odds it'll have a name on it? Or
I say we pistol whip the hell out of whoever's in there anyway. Yeah,
that's who we really need to get answers.
Yeah, let's do it. Grab your gun and open the door.
Turn off your torch, which wasn't on.
No.
But you keep holding it. You enter the room, a bedroom, and you find a tall, thin man wearing casual clothes typing on a laptop seated on a chair. The dancing hues of the colors out of the screen light up his pale face. The rest of the chamber is dimmed in darkness. He's wearing a large headphone. He isn't aware of your presence yet, too distracted by what seems to be pornography playing on his monitor.
Awesome. Owen Black, I assume. Matthew Wallace, I assume. Whoever you are, don't fucking move. Stay quiet and don't move. Don't move, you bloody maniac. You really should change your diet. You have shitty taste in art.
I feel like just like the first one.
Yeah, seems reasonable.
Even Black, I presume. I'm not gonna call him Matthew Wallace. We know he's not.
Yeah, exactly. He turns and... is my turn or your turn?
I don't remember. You go ahead.
He turns and looks at you, widens his eyes, and gasps. There's an unkempt stubble beard on his face, and one of his hands quickly motions towards his lap as the other slowly takes off the headphone. For a moment, it seems he might be grabbing something. Then you notice he was just closing the zipper on his jeans. Having fun. Try anything and your life is over. Who the fuck are you?
Second or the third one?
I like the second one personally.
Okay. That's good.
Alright.
He just looks at you with his profound and psychotic blue eyes. There's some weird defiance about them if he struggles against his current situation. He should be more worried. He reminds you a bit of Alexander in a sense that he looks like someone who's been fighting a war he barely knows exists but has no intention of giving up. There's a distinctive scar on his pale jaw. The man seems to be in his early 30s. Who are you?
Who are you?
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
so.
That sounds good. He analyzes you, then a gaunt grimace is drawn on his ghostly face. There is not even a hint of fear in it. You're more clueless than a dumb fuck, right? He laughs. I'm Ewan Black. What do you want with me? Then his smile fades and the last three words comes out with a hint of uneasiness. You with them? I am the one asking the questions here. Yes, I'm with them. They told you I was coming. Yes, I'm with them. I have some questions. Who are them? Where's Matthew Wallace? Do we bluff?
I think we bluff because I don't think he's not worried. He's not threatened by us, so I don't feel like we have that option of like forcing questions out of him.
Yeah. So they told you I was coming, or I have questions then?
Maybe they told you I was coming.
Yeah,
Sounds more natural.
Yeah. Let's try it out.
There's something in that which seems to make him more worried than your gun ever could. They did not. He answers in a serious tone, then seems to analyze you. But you are not one of them. I can smell the lie.
Yikes.
Why are you pretending to be him? Where's Matthew? What happened to him? Why are you pretending to be him? Why are you receiving his letters?
Seems like a reasonable, linear way.
Yeah.
Might as well ask where Matthew is anyway.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. You hear a loud and sudden sound coming from outside the room, and you instinctively look back. As you do, you immediately realize it probably came from the door you left open. The wind must have closed it. But that was enough time for Ewan to seize the moment. Ewan comes at you again, another bottle in his hand. What? No wonder Ewan has a scar on his face. He seems to love playing with glass. That was a little weird. Okay. That's it. Kneecap this motherfucker. Shoot the bottle out of his hand, shoot him in the legs, block the bottle, smash his face, evade the bottle, smash his face.
I don't want to accidentally kill him.
Ah,
Which I feel like is very possible.
kneecap him. That's what I would do, but it's fine. That's whatever you want.
I would like to...
It's up to you. I'm not... No.
Kneecap him as in like, shoot him in the kneecaps?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. I'd rather just... I'm afraid of him like bleeding out and dying, but I really don't want to even try to get into a struggle with him.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah,
Up to you.
trim in the legs or kneecaps?
Well, A kneecap, you're probably not going to kill a guy. At least not super fast. If you shoot him in the legs, you can hit the femoral artery and actually kill him.
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
So kneecap is probably safer.
Shatter his kneecap, yeah.
In theory.
I mean, that's my favorite choice anyways out of them.
I agree. That's it. Blow this guy's knees out.
Goodbye to your knees.
Oh.
Dang! You shoot him 2 times, 1 for each knee. Double tap. He falls hard on his face. The loud bangs echo through the room, but soon the sound is overlapped by his yelling as he falls to the ground, cursing, moaning, and crying like a mother freaker. You reckon you don't have much time? People probably heard that. You asked for this. Shut up. You have anything for the pain? Just ask your questions. Ask questions. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get on with
the
it.
rest of that filler information.
Yeah. Let's get on with this. You intend to get this over with as soon as possible, but he doesn't seem like he will be able to talk after getting shot. He's in too much pain. You should give him something for that. You have anything for the pain?
Okay, well, I guess then we have to do something about that.
Yeah, I guess.
Breathing rapidly and shaking from the pain, he manages to point to a drawer in the table. You open it and find a single syringe, a small bottle of what could be ketamine, or perhaps something else. You apply it to him, and he starts to calm down. Now, let's ask questions.
Yay! God. Horse tranquilizer. Now we can ask questions. What did I inject you with? Question about Matthew Wallace. Question about himself. Question about them. What do we want to know more about?
Question about them?
Yeah. Because really, them will give us more answers to what's going on with our actual case. Matthew Wallace is just a means to an end.
Mm-hmm.
For us, anyway. All right. Question about them. Tell me more about them. Where can I find them? What is your relationship with them? Yeah. Try and get as much information about them anyway.
Yeah. There is nothing that I can tell you about them other than the fact that they probably own this town. Important people. Father Grant among them, taking his place of power at the Black Kirk.
Oh.
You and I were nothing to them.
Where can I find them?
Well, sounds like a Black Kirk.
Sounds like a Black Kirk, but yeah. Everywhere. I don't have their names. They wouldn't trust me with that. And I don't know where they gather. I just know that they meet from time to time because I heard one of them mentioning it once. You could try to talk to Father Grant, but he won't have time for you, as you are over 14.
Oh, God.
Yeah. What is your relationship with them?
I take them lunch. Sometimes we watch a film or two. What the fuck do you think? I just pretend to be this Matthew guy for them. I don't even know why they need me to do this.
Gross. Ask another question. Let's go with Matthew Wallace this time. Oops. Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're fine.
What do you know about him? Did he kill Joanna and Gordon MacLeod? What happened to him? Why are you receiving his letters? Why are you pretending to be him?
What do you know about him, I guess, is a good, start.
Let's take a look.
Oh, Matthew was a real nasty chap from what I heard. A real degenerate. Lucky for us, he's gone. I don't know anything else other than that. Well, that's useless.
Talk about a pot calling the kettle black.
Yeah.
At worst. At best, rather. Alright.
I doubt he knows.
Yeah.
Why he's doing
this. We could ask what happened anyway. Let's try to... I don't know. I don't know. I don't wish to know.
Yeah, this guy's just taking a job.
Yeah.
And doesn't care.
Well, let's go through the options because it's probably
Yeah.
won't let me continue otherwise. So.
Yeah, true.
Did kill Joanne and Gordon MacLeod?
Oh, you misunderstand me. I didn't know him personally, nor do I know the others who you talk about. I think I have. You think I have all the answers? He chuckles. This guy might need some motivation before telling you the truth, it seems. Tell the truth. Press the barrel of your gun against his head. Punch him. Ask another question.
Which
I don't know.
violence or not?
He wasn't afraid of our gun last time.
Yeah.
No, but we did shoot him, so maybe he is scared now.
Maybe.
But he knows we want answers, so maybe just punch him.
I agree. I think
pain.
I think punch him is good.
That's what I think too.
You hit him. His head wobbles laterally, a cracking noise being heard. Being heard? Hard? He moans and tilts his bloodied face a bit. There's a massive hematoma under its left eye. Tell the truth. Press the barrel of his gun. Ask another question. I guess we could tell him.
Ask him another question for now, or whatever.
You want to try to tell the truth? I don't know.
I guess.
Yeah, let's see what happens. I am tell you the fucking truth. I don't know this people. I never met Matthew. When I came to Invernock, he was already gone. Alright. Lame.
Alrighty.
Ask another question, I guess.
Yeah.
Why are you receiving his letters then?
Why are you pretending to be him? Why are you receiving his letters? I mean, just even know. They didn't want this Matthew guy to be officially dead for some reason. There was something about the when. It was much more important to them than the why, you see. Something about the detective who came to Invernock years ago. They didn't want people to connect the dots. To put it, he gasps, trying to catch his breath. It was better for them if Matthew was still alive, at least on paper. Alright.
Why are you pretending to be him then? They told me that if someone ever came asking if I was Matthew, that I should warn them. They wanted to use you as bait. Who the fuck are they? Have you warned them? Ask something else.
Have you warned them? Did you press a button and let them know? Do I need to run?
It's a good question. Want to try it?
Yeah.
Have you warned them? You'll have to stay here to find out. He gives you a twisted smile of a madman. Oh, I wish I would have been able to punch him here.
I know.
What else you think?
I mean, either of those are fine to say. You can just go through them.
Sure.
They've been constant options. I figured so. Sadly, you came unannounced through shadows full of ill intent.
Intent. Who the F are they? I don't know their names, but they're everywhere. People from Invernock, from Glasgow, from all over Scotland, who work towards the same goal. They don't trust me enough to tell me what it is, but they make use of me nonetheless. He looks down for one moment. It was Father Grant who introduced me to them. Okay.
Let's go kill Father Grant.
Yeah, time to kneecap another guy. Especially a priest who's, priest-like in a negative way.
Yeah. All right.
I guess we have to kind of question about himself. Who put you up to this? How did you end up here? Are you one of the one who abused Cassandra? Oh, that's a pretty big leap, but
right.
I get the sense we probably were supposed to get some. Yeah. Hey, I get to punch him again! Yay!
It's kind of crazy. I don't think I want to ask him what he does in the storage room.
I don't either. Let's just go with who put you up to this for now and just go through it.
Apparently Father Grant or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Seems for a moment as if he's going to throw up, but he manages to hold himself. They needed someone to keep an eye on certain things, to warn them if someone ever came asking questions, to help them maintain Matthew alive on paper. They needed that as much as they needed someone, as I needed somewhere to live. Father Grant knew about my situation. I guess he felt he could make things right, perhaps. That fucking prick.
How did you end up here? Are you on...
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not from Invernock. Never imagined myself here, living here. The thing is, I was really fucked up back then. Ewan sighs a painful sigh. Had those fucking desires and that I didn't know how to cope with. So I went for alcohol and drugs to forget about them. But sometimes they would only make things worse. He grimaces. I would reach for the lassies out of my mind, sloppy. And the grimaces vanish, a stricken expression of sorrow and dullness taking hold of him. Lost everything because of it. Had no money, no hopes. I was living on the streets when I decided to look for Father Grant. Figured he owed me something for what he had done to me when I was young. Found out he was living in the shitty town called Invernock, and then I called him and arranged a meeting. Just like that? What desires?
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's not good. What father... Okay,
I think I want to ask him then what, because I don't want, like,
let's
a lot of details.
Yeah, and then what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I get the picture.
We understand clearly. We don't need a play-by-play here.
Mm-mm. Then Father Grant said he'd had an opportunity for me, a church program for addicts where you would be given a whole new identity to live by. It was to help one get perspective on how life could be, to help people start over. Ha! I actually bought that at the beginning. I eventually realized Father Grant was into some shady shit around here. I went to talk to him one time over the last few months here. I wasn't really adapting. This was before they opened the college around 2007, so Invernock was a really shitty town, and I was suffering from withdrawing. I considered blackmailing him about the stuff he had done to me when I was young to get more money. The checks I was cashing in Matthew's name were nice, but they weren't that much. What a bad fucking what idea.
Tried to bribe the Faja. It didn't take long for me to realize that this Father Grant I thought I knew was a different figure nowadays. Back then, when I was a kid, he at least pretended to care. Now he had no patience for me, no interest either. He just made it clear that he needed someone to pose as Matthew. To vote using his name, to pay his bills, to make sure no one came asking questions. And if someone did, to make sure that I warned him. He had provided all the documents for me, and he said that he could provide it for someone else if I weren't willing to keep doing it. But I would not get out of Invernock alive. What could I do but agree? He was compelling. From time to time, he would send someone to have a look on me, see if I was doing well, if I was keeping up with my end of the deal. It was then that I started to see the reach of his influence. There were others too, important men and women, but I do not know their names or positions. I just know they exist. What did I just inject you with? Okay, I think we can say enough.
Okay, cool.
Alright, cool, yeah.
Yeah. You feel like you have enough information to work on. You look at the man. He's not that hurt. He's just missing kneecaps. He should get out of here. The shooting certainly made someone call the police, and you don't want to deal with that right now. Before leaving, though, you should decide on what to do with Evan. Grab his laptop, take a look around his room, decide on what to do with Evan, leave. What?
Oh, so do we want to look at his room and his laptop first, and then decide how to deal with him?
We can take his laptop, because maybe it might have something on it. I doubt it. I doubt they contact him much through that.
I agree,
we can
but
take it.
It's probably a good idea regardless.
Yeah.
I like it.
You unplug his computer. Sorry, you unplug his computer and decide to take it with you. There may be evidence in it. Okay.
Do we want to look in his room, or do we want to just deal with him?
I'm not interested. I
think we need to get out of here. Personally.
I'm ready to kill him. Anyways.
Ewan Black is a madman if you ever saw one. Even now, he stares at you with those eyes full of lunacy. You think about the clues you have found out about him. He's been pretending to be, on paper, Matthew Wallace for years now, because the people involved in this conspiracy do not want people knowing Matthew disappeared. Probably because people would connect his involvement to the MacLeod's murder case. Perhaps they killed Matthew themselves. But those people do not trust Ewan. enough to make him part of their shady organization. He is certainly the one behind what happened to Cassandra.
Kill him and walk away. Kill him and walk away. We don't want him telling them about us.
If that's what you want to do, I'm fine with it.
Kill him and walk away!
Final answer?
This is the perfect candidate to murder someone finally in this game.
All right, murk him.
Put him out of his misery.
You could shoot him, strangle him, or cut his throat. Any of the choices would be bloody enough to bring justice to this place. Shoot him in the head, strangle him with your bare hands, cut his throat. Well, we have an illegal gun, so in theory, we could just toss it and it shouldn't be traced back. Strangle with your bare hands. That's a little personal.
Let's not do that.
Yeah, we could cut his throat. Kind of messy. So, one of the...
Yeah, I know, that's what I was thinking. It's messy, so I think we just shoot him.
The issue with shooting somebody is you have GSR. So, we'd have to get rid of all of our clothes. We'd have to, it'd be still tough, but still. Anyway, I'm fine with shooting him personally. I would shoot him.
Okay. I mean, yeah. I know we'll have, like you said, we'll have gunshot residue, but we'll also have blood all over us. I don't know.
Humans get justice. Dogs get put down. I'm shooting them. I'm gonna put the clip of Rorschach from The Watchmen. You probably haven't ever watched that movie.
I've not.
Oh, so good. The best superhero movie ever. And it was... Yeah, it's based off a graphic novel, and the author of that graphic novel hated that people liked it for the superheroes in it, because the point of the graphic novel was to explain that if superheroes actually existed in our world, it would be a horrible thing. It would be terrible for our society. And so, anyway. It's a good movie, though. Very good movie.
Now time to shoot a guy.
Now I'm going to kill him. Shoot.
I don't want his last words.
Nope. He doesn't deserve it. We just do it. A loud bang and he's gone. And you take his notebook with you. Apparently he had one. You walk away. Bum, bum, bum. People peek from behind the curtains of their windows. You enter your car, knowing that someone probably wrote down its plaque. You drive away, the sound of sirens growing in the distance. Oh, gosh.
We gotta dump this car.
Yep.
We made it to the second! Finally! Interlude. Whatever.
Interlude. He who fights monsters should see to it that he himself does not become a monster. And if you gaze for long into an abyss, the abyss also gazes into you. Friedrich Nietzsche.
That's the same guy.
I've read that dozens of times.
Yeah. Alright. Well, I think this is a good stopping point.
That's a very good stopping point for sure.
Interesting that it says interlude and not chapter 2 or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, interesting.
Maybe it'll just be like a short, playthrough of some
Maybe it's
events.
a little scene or something, yeah.
Yeah.
What if, this is what I actually hope happens, is we actually get to go back to Emma Stone and what happened after. And we get to see a little clip or something.
Yeah, it switches back and forth between.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
That would be sick. That'd be sick. Anyway.
I've read a lot of, or a couple of mystery murder kind of things where that happens. You're going back and forth between the past and the future, whatever, or present tense.
Yeah. Well, hey, thanks for playing once more the Highlands Deep Waters. I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas. If I don't see y'all within that time period, but yeah, it's been good.
Yeah, thanks for hosting.
Talk to you soon.
Game.
Yeah.
See ya.
See you guys.
Yeah. Bye.